In the Forex world today, people are seeing Forex as what people cannot use to succeed in life. Some are saying a lot of things sometimes. Somebody called me and said to me, GDFS, what does it take for one to successfully trade and make and close at least each day with $50 or thereabout? I told him that it is based on the information you have and the capital you are using to trade. And it is 100% possible for one to trade and make profits on Forex trading. Some are saying, no, it's not true that Forex is a scam. Forex is not for everybody. There are people, some are saying that some people they have a Forex face. I don't know how they put it, but that is not true. Everybody can trade. Everybody can make profit. You too can trade. You too can make profit. That is why we'll keep dropping strategies every single now and then. If this one didn't work for you, try another one. Another one can work. Then after trying every videos you see on YouTube, it didn't work. That means it's not something that videos can solve. It's something that you can. That means you now need attention. You now need a special attention. So once you have that attention, at least a mentor can do that. So in this video, I am here to drop this very strategy that can help you. If your desire is for you to trade and take 5 candles or 10 candles, this strategy is for you. This one is the Android version. It's a latest strategy. So I want you to pay attention to this because this video is going to be short and it's going to be educative and also informative. So please pay great attention as I teach you, as I mention some of the few things you must know, few things that must enter your mind if you must trade with this and succeed. Rule number 1, you must be careful when you are shifting your screen to avoid placing your trade with wrong signal. Listen, let me shift it. Can you see? Look at it. So if you check the in our window 1, we have green line and the red line. If you check if you move this, you'll notice that, can you see? Look at this. Look at this. Watch here. When I shift that thing up, you notice that this one now was around 10 levels. Then as I shift it, it now ended up in 50 levels. So with this, it will be hard for you to discover the real signal either to buy or to sell. So please be careful with this so that you will not fall victim of it. That is rule number 1. You must be careful with this. Be careful when you are shifting your screen to be sure. The one that you will use to be sure, the one that you will use to make your entry point is this. Number 1 is that if you shift front like this, make sure you shift it back. Let me use the current market. If you shift like this, make sure you push it back and allow it to rest. If it rests, it will give you the accurate movement of the market. Rule number 2, you must observe the current zoom level you want to use. Let me say this. If I zoom out like this is the first thing you should do. If I zoom out like this, then you take your first zoom 1. Excuse me. This is 1. This is 2. This is the one I am using, zoom 2. Please, the zoom level that you should use for this is zoom 2. If you want to Skype, I mean Skyping, not for spike, zoom 2. Then if you want to Skype like 5 candles, you can use this. But why I am not encouraging you to use this is there is a time it will reach like this. Like now, look at this one that started here. Don't worry, I will show you what you need to know. This one that picked up like this here now, look at where it entered. Can you see it? So if I told you that immediately it entered here that it's going to spike, look at it, it didn't spike. So that is why you must be careful to know the zoom level you are using, because zoom level can be confusing. This strategy can work very well when you are using it to do scalping. I'll also show you what you will see and you'll be expecting spike. So anytime you see something like this, anytime you set your eyes and you want to trade, first and foremost, mind the zoom level you are using. It will help you. If you make a mistake to use the highest or the third zoom level, it will complicate the market in your own analysis. It will confuse you. You will not be able to detect the actual movement of the market, and once that happens, it will not be easier for you to see it correctly and place your trade. By so doing, the strategy has confused you and you will think that GDFS don't know what he's doing. Number 3 is this: the time frame you will be using to place your trade. You know that in every analysis, no matter the strategy you are using, it is what happens on the higher time frame that gives you the confidence of what will be going on in your lower time frame. So for you to be in a safer side, always make sure that you place your trade at the beginning of the reversal. If the market reverses for down trade, for bullish movement, that means you are ready to do your scalping. If it is bearish movement, you are ready to catch your spike. So this is why you should be very, very careful. Look at what is happening here now. This is 1 hour time frame, and the market is going between the 50, below 50, and going above the 50 now. But when you zoom out, you notice that the same market is now below 10. Can you see it? So when you're not careful about those things, even in other strategies you may be using from our brother's videos, which means that you may find it difficult for you to, for the strategy to work for you. Don't worry, I will show you things you need to know. So now, these are the 3 rules you must know. So you should know that the time frame you should use is based on what you are seeing on your higher time frame. So for you to be in a safer side, trade from your higher time frame. Like it has just spiked now. Can you see this? It have just spiked. So this is not my business. I didn't enter this one. I will show you a trade that will surprise you. How I was able to place a trade with $1, and I was able to make more than $1,000. I will show you right in this very video. I will show you. So now, when you have a trade that is moving up in your 1 hour time frame, then one thing you should know is that you should come down to your lower time frame and place your trade. Now, how do you confirm a trade in your lower time frame? Now, which is, how do you get a signal using this strategy to trade? And I want to repeat it. How do I get a signal using this strategy to place a trade? Now, look out for these very things I'm about to show you now. Number 1, in our window 1, let me zoom out to show you. In our window 1, we have 2 lines. We have 2 moving lines like this, and we have another one, which is this one, which is 3. Let me add something to it. So that you can see it clearly. Do you see this? I've added something to the green and the red line. Now look at it. Since we have this and this, okay, let me show you the indicator so that it can be easy. As I'm explaining, I'll be mentioning the name. It will be easier for you. All right, the first moving average is 12, exponential, apply to close, style, trend, whatever you have, do this. And please remember to always visit your Play Store to update your MT5. Some of you are your MT5 is malfunctioning because you are not using the right when I mean the right updated MT5. So please do well to, if as you're watching this video, please, after watching this video, you can visit your Play Store to check if actually the one you are using is updated one, so that the changes in the MT5 platform will not affect the trading you are having today. Sometimes when you place a trade, it will be hard for you to close it. Sometimes before you place a trade, it will be fluctuating. All right, so this one, the second moving average on the same video, is period 26, shift 0 method, linear weight, not exponential. Now apply to close, the rest is the case. Now this is where some people will be having a little issue. Some people were made to believe that you cannot add RSI or Rvi in the same window, but that is not true. It's 100% possible. So for newbies, look at how we do it. You touch here, but the first thing you should do is, you should do to add these things is, you visit this place. Here. Once you touch that place, let me show you. If you touch this place, you look for, first and foremost, RSI, this one, RSI. If you touch that RSI, you set the thing. What we have on the RSI is 26. Apply to this thing. I can change the color. I was the one that put it. I can also change the color. Then you use level 90, 10, 50, or you can use 50. Any of the one you put, is oversold and overbought levels, so it's applicable. So this is how it should be. So if you place it, then do you see it has come in a different way, which I don't need it, so I have to remove it. I don't want indicator window 2. So once you have it, this is what you will have here. This is what you will have. Then you now touch on the new window that just opened, which is this one. The F plus will be inside. That is what you will have. Then if you touch it, you will now look for RVI, which is this relative vigor index. So if you have it, this is what you will have. 26 also. So use the 26, period 26, then set it to the color of your choice so that it can be noticeable. If you apply it, this is exactly what you will have on your screen. Look at it here. It's exactly what you have on your screen. Now, how do you make trade with this? How do I see signal with this? Good. Now, first thing first, visit your 1 hour time frame. If you visit your 1 hour time frame, you will notice that you have 1, 2, 3. This 1, 2, 3 is weak candles, meaning rejections in buying trials, which means the sellers is more stronger than the buyers here presently now. So which means the momentum of sellers is stronger than the momentum of buyers. So which means it is 100% possible or 99% possible that this market will push through. But how then do you confirm that it's going to push through? It is the ability of the market to break out from this very resistant, very support zone. Can you see it? So the next candle just opened in 1 hour time frame. So at this very minute, the candle can go up like this, a little bit like this, before going down, because it's going to go down. The market will definitely pull down because all these rejections cannot allow you to come back and cross them, cross this one. No, that is not what we are told after learning everything we did when it comes to forex trading. So this market is going to pull down. So for you to trade and make a little profit with this, what you need to do is, before this thing will get to this place, before this will get to this place, you just take advantage of few candles, and by so doing, the red and the green must have crossed, like what you have here. Once it is below this 50, you have opportunity to place your trade. But if you are a good forex trader, you will know that it is not advisable to trade here. But what I'm telling you is, for those who want to do snapper entry, you just shoot and go out. You just want to take few candles and you go, which is not at all that advisable. But for you to trade and make good entry point, you should wait for a reversal, something like this. So how do you enter using this very strategy? Number one, immediately the blue line crosses the 50, that is number 2 signal you should see, crosses 50, and the red and the green line crosses together, and the main chart crosses like this, is a good opportunity for you to place for scalping. So how do we do this here on the present market of the day? As this market now is moving up like this, for a good forex trader would just take 3 candles or 4 and go out. But before you do it, make sure you have account, because it's going to blow you off from the market if anything should happen. But now, for you to be safer, wait for this line to touch. You can place trade and take first TP here and leave the market. Don't allow this line to touch at this white. If this thing touches at this white, it may pull down. Then why do we have this here? We'll have this because the market, this buyers is gathering momentum to see if they can conquer the battles ahead of them. But since they may not conquer, you don't have to trade against the trend. So immediately this manages to cross, and this one manages to cross with the white and green cross together, then the red and green cross together, and this center RSI cross above 50, which means it has showed a signal of buying. So by so doing, you can place your trade. Anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. Do you see that? Anybody can do this. Let me show you. And everywhere it touched, everywhere it crossed like this, something happened. Look at it. Look at it. Do you see it? So you have opportunities. Look at it. It crossed here. How many candles? It crossed here. How many candles? If you use the right, if you manage to use the right this thing, you have a very good opportunity. If you use the right this thing, you can trade from the screen, from the main chart. You can also trade from the indicator windows. Do you see it? So everything is possible. So, but once it has not touched this place, you should be very, very careful. If this has not touched this place, you should be very, very careful. That's why I advise you to trade when it crosses to this place, so that, because it can cross and later start coming back. But look at here. If you have traded here, you will have taken at least few candles and you're out of the market before the whole thing starts dropping. Now the question is, where can this thing work? This thing can work on boom 500. It can work on crash 1000. It can work on boom 1000. I traded this with, let me show you. I trade this strategy with jump index. You can't believe what happened. I took this trade a few days ago. I took a challenge of $2,000 per trade. I took this challenge. It's very, very far. Let me just use it from the high time frame. I took this challenge. Look at it. $2,000 per trade. Look at it. This is my entry point. Look at it. I took this trade based on this crossing, and I allowed this candle to spike and go down. Look at it from here. This is my target, but I entered there because I have seen this move. So I entered there, and this is where I am today. Look at it. This is where I am today. And do you want to see the profit? Do you want to see the profit? I still need $600 to be sure. Watch here, and watch here. Also watch here. Do you know one funny thing? Some people want to see losses and believe that you are real. But when they see positive things, they will keep questioning it, because to them it's impossible. Who told you that this is not possible? Do you see the balance I used to place the trade? Do you see what I have already? So some of you will now try to use $1. You want to use $10 and you climb up to this level. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. So if I had $10 and I was able to do the analysis accurately like this, what I will be having is somewhere $80 or 100 something dollars. But look at the lot size, very huge. Are you seeing it? So you can use this and try it, and you can also come up to this profit. Everybody can do this. My name is GDFS. I always wish that you will succeed, and I want you to come out powerful like never before. Thank you.